Hi, welcome to Raycom TV. I'm Andy. I'm here with Jilly today to discuss the Hollyland Solidcom C1 Pro comm system. Launched around about 3 or 4 months ago in the UK. Fabulous kit, very, very comprehensive in what it does. And we're going to show you everything we can show you about the product and take you through it in detail.
Before we go into that, I'd like to point out that these are competitively priced.
Yeah,
so
they
Andy
are. Yeah. You know, I've had a belief for some time that comms is way too expensive. You know, for what it does, the cost per unit is very, very high. And this is different. You know, this is coming in with a very usable product that is working out at about £250 a channel, which is considerably cheaper than other things in the market. But anyway, that's a little bit about the pricing. Let's talk about the product. I'm going to show you today 2 systems effectively. The first system, 4-channel standalone, which can go up to 8 channels. And this is probably one of the USPs of the system, of the Solidcom system really. You'll notice we have the headset here. That's all you need. No pack, no hub. It's purely standalone, peer-to-peer in effect, communication. So you have a master unit, and then you have up to 7 additional remote units giving you an 8-channel system. And to get these things working, you simply just pop them on your head, switch it on, and you're talking to each other. We're going to use a couple of these units over here for the demo purpose, so I'll give one to Jilly and one for me. And from now on,
all the audio that you're going to hear is coming directly from our headsets. So you've got me there, Jilly?
Well, I have. I'm just going to ask how easy is this to set up a system?
Yeah. I mean, this is these headsets are taken from the hub system, which we're going to talk about later on. However, exactly the same principle. You just put them on your head, switch them on, and away you go. So really, really easy to use. These are great if you just need to hand out 4 channels, 6 channels of comms to an OB or to a theatre group. No explanation required. Just say to them, pop the headsets on, switch them on. You're talking to each other, so it's all good and ready to go. And you're hearing now the exact audio from the headsets. We've set this up with a feed so that we can take an audio feed from the system, and this is what they sound like. You can see that the audio, what you can hear that the audio is pretty good. Audio range 150 hertz to 7 kilohertz. Perfectly good enough for comms.
And what sort of range in terms of headset distance are we talking?
When we're talking about range, that's probably one of the most concerning things that people have is, how far will these things go? The quoted range is 1,000 feet, which is 320 odd meters, something like that. And that's what we've proved for the range to be. And bearing in mind that when you're working with the master or working with the hub, you're talking about a distance either side of that. Now, we haven't done full tests on this yet. I'm working with the hub or master headset in the center and then working away from each side. But I'm expecting to get that kind of range either side of the central point. We will be doing a walk test very soon, possibly when the weather improves a little bit, because we're going to go outside and we're going to really push these things to their maximum distance. And you'll see a link to that in below on this film as soon as we've done that.
So what about the frequency? I mean, what are we working on? Is it going to get interference? What's going to upset my system?
No. She's working, or the system's working on 1.9 gig, which is DECT 6, which is a new version of DECT that is particularly been designed to give a very good range and great propagation through solid objects and buildings and that sort of thing. So a perfect frequency, a perfect part of the spectrum to use this kit on.
And then loud environments, what happens there? I mean, what sort of protection have I got from lorries and interference?
Yeah. Well, I mean, another key feature of the Solidcom Pro is environmental noise cancelling. Now, there's a switch on the units to switch it on and off. I'm still trying to struggle why you'd want to switch it off, but the noise cancelling does work very, very well. I can try and demonstrate that to you here. At the moment we're talking, and I've got my noise cancelling on, and you've got yours on as well. But if I sort of make a noise around there, you shouldn't have been able to hear that too much. If I then put the noise cancelling off, when I do that, then
yeah, it's coming through.
It's coming through a lot louder, you know. So, you know, it is quite effective. I mean, that was a bit of a crude test there, but you'll find that it does work very, very well.
And how do I know? I mean, I saw you fiddling there. What?
You want to know where you are, right? On the end of these boom mics, there's an LED, and it's got a few purposes there. That if it's showing you a blue LED, that's saying you've got everything. The system is connected, and you've also got the noise cancelling, the environmental noise cancelling. That's operational at the same time. There is a green LED to say you're connected, but you've got your ENC switched off. As I say, not really many occasions where I think you're going to use that. You've also got red if you put the unit into mute, and I'll show you how to do that in a moment. And red flashing, which tells you that your battery's getting low. And you can see that operating, you know, just off the corner of your eye. So you're going to know if you've got a low battery. Talking about batteries and battery life, with the standalone system, you've got 5 hours on the master headset, and then you've got 10 hours on the remote headsets. But changing a battery on these things is very, very simple to do. You know, on the fly. It is literally a case of flick a battery out. There wasn't one in there. There would be one in there normally. Flick a battery out, pop a new one in, get it the right way around, and then that system, that headset will be back up and running in about 15 seconds.
Going back to the mute options, how easy is this?
Yeah, the simplest way to do the mute is quite simply, and I'll bring it back in, and I've come off mute. So that really is the easiest way to do the mute. There is on the side of the headset a push to talk button, which you can then operate a muting effectively by pressing it once, you come off, pressing it again, you're coming back in. So it's either by the button on the side or flipping the boom, but flipping the boom is so easy. That's the way to do it.
This is incredibly light.
Yeah, I mean, how are you finding it? I mean, you know, we've been chatting for a while. Yeah. It doesn't get hot, does it?
Nothing. I mean, I don't know that I'm wearing it. It is so light, so easy.
Yeah, they are light, but you know, it's a nice, robust construction as well. You feel that these things could you know, stand some punishment out in the field.
I mean, the whole sort of then the.
Yeah.
All these parts are replaceable as well, which is something worth remembering. If you do break it, it's not the end of the world.
Yep, we'll be able to mend them very, very easily. We talked about here predominantly about the hubless system, you know, 8 units talking to each other without the use of a hub. You may have noticed on the desk that I'm sitting behind a hub. And that's because there is an optional hub with the system. Now, these headsets can work by themselves, or they can work with the hub. So a hub can be bought as an additional option, or you can buy it as a system complete with the hub there. So first question you're going to ask is, you know, what is the purpose of,
why do I want a hub?
Why am I investing in a hub? Okay, there's a few benefits of the hub. First thing is that you can then move up to 9 headsets. You'll see here that one of these headsets is wired, and that's wired directly into the hub. Now, that tends to be the kind of the director's headset, the controlling headset, and there's a button on the front there which allows you to press that, and you mute all the activity across the whole system. Only your voice will be heard through that headset, so that's quite a useful tool in that respect. The hub can also be used to split the headsets that are involved into 2 groups, Group A and Group B. And I think probably though the key feature of the hub that most people have been interested in is that you can bring in existing comms into your system. So, or add, you know, the 8 or 9 headsets of the Solidcom system into your existing 2-wire or 4-wire system, and there's connections on the back that allow you to integrate with other systems that are existing in your building. So on the back there you have a DC power input with an on-off switch above. You've got a program feed, XLR in there for program feed. Next to that, another XLR in and that's for connecting a 2-wire system, an existing 2-wire comm system, and the 4-wire comm system connection is an RJ45, just above the USB-C connection, which is for taking audio in and out via USB-C. And then finally, there are another 2 RJ45s there, and that's for connecting hub to hub. So you can connect a number of hubs. We haven't exactly qualified exactly how far you can go yet, but we've got to 3, absolutely not a problem at all. So in reality, the system is scalable. If you want to increase the number of headsets, just bring another hub in, and you know, three hubs will give you 27 headsets if you needed them.
So, which is great, but where, you know, if they're positioned around, I can see that they're sort of mains powered.
Mm-hmm.
How else can, you know, we've got things up here.
On the top there, you've got a few slots. That allows you to battery power the unit. So V-Lock battery on the top there. You know, some of those V-Lock batteries are pretty hefty and will keep the unit running for you know, a good day's shooting. And then you've got also 2 slots on the side for additional battery power if you wanted it, with I believe F-type batteries. I may be wrong there.
So, in terms of all these lovely things, do they come as a kit form, or am I buying separately, or how do I get my hands on
Okay, so
the products?
The standalone system is available in 2-way, 3-way, 4-way, 6-way, and 8-way packs. And they come in, we've got behind us here a little bag on the side there, nice hard case, carry case that holds the amount of headsets that you require for the kit. You also get in the kit a very nice little battery charger. You get 2 batteries for each headset. You get spare foam tips. You get spare headset muffs in 2 styles. You know, it's a fully comprehensive kit when you buy it. There is also then the hub kit, which is including 1 hub and 8 headsets and a wired headset. We're assuming that if you're taking the hub, that you are going to potentially want all 9 headsets. You can, however, buy the hub as an individual unit, and the hub kit comes in the other box that's behind me there, which is a really nice quality pelly case. You know, very tough and strong to protect your kit. Once again, all the accessories in there: 2 batteries, lots of foam tips, everything you need to keep the system up and running.
So quite scalable in those terms. So, you know, we can have a 2-way and then at some point add on the hub kit and really start to expand the system, but at a low cost in the first instance.
Yeah, absolutely.
So when can I get my hands on these, Andy?
They're available in stock from Raycom today. Order online or give Jilly a call and we'll be able to sort you out with whatever you need, and obviously give you any advice on anything we've missed on the film, although I think we've pretty much covered everything, but you never know, you might have some other questions. So that's the Hollyland Solidcom C1 Pro system, and hope you enjoyed the film. In the meantime, be proud of your sound.